Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? Been a couple of days since I've uploaded anything, and I hope you've had a good bank holiday, but that's why I haven't uploaded anything, because mine's been awful. And like you lucky people, I'm sure, I have to work my way through bank holidays, and it is not fun. So I thought I'd just chuck up a couple of videos, quickly show you a few things I've done recently. This one's a Brotherhood of Steel Recon station, hidden in Sanctuary. It's actually on a save that I've just put together for a bit of fun playthrough, and I hadn't got any intention of building anything, but I kind of accidentally built this. So I thought I'd show it off because I'm quite happy with it. So I came across the warehouse rolling door piece. Thought I'd use it to close off the carport on the side of the workshop house here, which I thought was quite a nice idea, and it kind of snowballed from there a little bit. So let's go and have a look. Fire barrels and the cooking station out front. For some reason in Sanctuary I always move that cooking station there. Well, it's more convenient than running halfway across, but I like the look of it as well. Managed to glitch in some warehouse wall pieces and a shack end wall in there to hide the workbench. A little bit of help from the bin there. We've got two switches on the rolling door here, so it keeps my settlers out, which I'm quite happy about, especially for this save. There we go. We come into the Brotherhood Steel workshop here. I'm going to close the door, keep everybody out. I'm just going to try to. There we go. So I've moved most of my crafting benches in here. This character hasn't got any of the local leader perks, so I can't actually build anything or anything like that anyway. So I've got a chemistry station, which I've rug glitched in because it didn't want to sit against the wall, and didn't take the rug off because it just sinks down and looks stupid when you're working around knee height. Nice minigun, Brotherhood of Steel theme. Fusion core floating around. Character's only level 14, so yeah, I'm still running T45 at the moment. Pretty much living in the T45. Weapons workbench, armor workbench. Wanted to try and leave things like the tyres and as much of the scrap that's lying around Sanctuary in place as I could, so I moved a few of those inside. It's a nice easy cheat on junk decoration, which to be honest I find a little dull and extremely frustrating when settlers knock around the place. So, we'll come into the main building. Very, very happy with my bunk beds here. There's a few tutorials out there for how to do it, so I adapted a couple of those and basically rug glitched everything together out on the road out front, and then just rug and pillar glitched and moved the whole lot in one go, which caused a bit of problem because I'd already blocked up the back wall and then needed to adjust it afterwards, the window rather I should say, and obviously when I hit select all, the wall moved as well, so I ended up putting Davy's reversed junk fences to good use and slotting that in there, so nothing else wanted to cooperate after I put the beds in. So we've got some footlockers underneath. I thought about putting steps on there, but it's supposed to be a military outpost. They're quite capable of pulling themselves up onto the top bunk without. Tiny little bit of junk decoration. Brotherhood of Steel flag, fat man. Quite happy I managed to get the fire extinguisher back on the holder there. Hell knows if it'll actually stay there, but we'll see. A few bits and pieces in the fridge. The coffee pot on's nice and easy. Some food in the cupboards. There's actually 5 plates in there, you can't really tell. It's one for each chair and bed in the place. It's actually a squad's worth, which is the way I figure it. Nothing in my lockers, just there to kind of put something in the corner really. It would look a little bit too clean and tidy, but what are you doing, Codsworth? As it's kind of dingy in that corner, it doesn't really matter. Some briefing folders. Supposed to be a briefing table there, so you've got a commanding officer's got a nicer chair than everybody else. A few weapons and mods around. Have a look down here. Got Brotherhood of Steel fatigues. Yeah, I did say it was early days. Bathroom, just tried to make look reasonably good. Put a couple of rugs down because I wanted to hide some of the crap on the floor. Fairly limited success, I admit. Ah, go away, Codsworth. Commanding officer's little room. Quite packed, but quite happy with the look on that. And as I say, not much junk decoration. It drives me around the bend, but there's a little bit there. So we'll go and have a look upstairs. Zoom around here. I figured they like to keep it shape, so chucked a weight bench in here. A few flags. We've got warehouse pieces here, because they're about the right height for the carport. They actually clip through ever so slightly, as you can probably see there, but the floor sits quite nicely on the top when they do that, so it really doesn't matter. Stairs. I had an absolute nightmare with this tower. I kept trying all sorts of different things. I put wooden shack wall and roofs and everything on here, tried to make it look like a lookout post, but they just looked too bulky, and in the end I just settled on keeping it simple, and I'm quite happy with the result actually. It's a bit basic, but it does look better. Got a few turrets up here. It's not very subtle with the turrets on, but otherwise I'm quite happy with it. So we've got guard posts, not that they're ever going to be manned because I don't want settlers in here, but I've been trying to avoid overly copying other people, but there's only so many ideas out there. Well, quite a lot to be fair, but the wind turbine provides a nice amount of power for the one house, and it sits quite nicely on the roof, plus I can put the scaffolding around it quite neatly as well, which I was fairly happy with. Another turret hiding in the corner there, and some more guard posts. There's actually another turret underneath this one. I'm not going to jump down and show you because I haven't got the HUD on. It'd probably be a nightmare. Yeah, so that's my Brotherhood of Steel rather, Recon Station Sierra, I'm calling it. That's for Sanctuary anyway. Hope you liked. Thank you very much for watching. So back on my main save, my main building save and such like as well. Just want to do a quick tour of my marketplace in Sanctuary. I haven't done that much of Sanctuary really yet. I've got a lot still to do. Got big plans for it, but this bit I am quite happy with. So we've got barn pieces to make an archway. I've gone for a fire type lighting arrangement on this. I've used oil lanterns and that sort of thing because I really like the way it looks at night, which is why I'm doing the tour now. Pulled all the settlers out of the way to try and stop them driving me around the bend because this area gets very, very busy. We've got a lot going on in quite a small space. So got all of our level 3 merchants lined up on either side. I've actually got a couple of them up to level 4s, but on console it's a bit of a nightmare to get them all, so early days on that. Oh god, don't make all this racket for me again. So I've got oil lanterns tucked underneath for a bit of lighting, and a nice little fire pit in the middle, which I say is where absolutely everybody likes to gather. Which is a trick I picked up off the Wasteland Overkin. Really simple but really effective. You should check out our channel. And some tents over the top, keep the rain off for them. I've put the Bunker Hill caravan post down at the end, which tends to make this place really crowded, but there wasn't really anywhere else I could justify putting it. It's been my marketplace, I kind of wanted everything all together. I've got some shelves on the back that I was thinking about junk decorating, but I may not bother, because as I said before, it drives me around the bend and I get really annoyed when they end up knocking everything off. And in a small space like this, it seems like a very distinct possibility. If we come through, we have a little campsite and some sleeping bags around for our caravan hands to get some shut-eye on. It helps keep them hanging around, as do the benches out front, which is part of the reason they're there. Makes them a lot easier to find as well. I've used shack roofs with the fabric tops and scaffolding pieces to form these little shops, which I'm quite happy with the result on. It looks quite good. It was a nightmare to get everything to go into place. I'm not sure, it might have been easier to put the scaffolding in first and then put the roofs on afterwards. Definitely if I hadn't put the floor in first it would have been easier, but I did do it that way around and it caused absolute havoc. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. As always, if you enjoyed it, like, hit subscribe, and feel free to ask me any questions you like in the comments. Thank you for watching, speak to you soon.